Kitty here, and welcome to a KK special. So the day before the concert, they actually held a meetup, and I was going to go, but I didn't. Well, I kind of went, because the meetup was supposed to start at 2 o'clock, and I had a gift that I made. I made gifts for each member, so you could see it here, the picture of it. And I spent, I think, 2 days making those. Like, well, all in all, like waiting for the supplies, buying the supplies, making it probably took me around a week to get everything set up. And so I really wanted to get this to them because Mnet said they would have a gift table there. And I'm the type of person who, whenever a K-pop artist comes and I get a chance, I definitely would make something for them to take home. And so BAP, of course, is no excuse. Because I did one for JYJ's concert, but they didn't have a gift table, but we gave it to one of the staff, and hopefully they got it. Maybe not. But for this one, because I was sure that they would definitely get the gift, that I would make something, and so I did. The meetup was supposed to start at 2, so I was thinking, okay, maybe if I get in there at like 2:30, I could go in, show you guys how the venue looks like, how the meetup is gonna look like, leave the gift, and then like leave to go to school, because I had a night class that day, and it was the last day, and it was the professor was going over the final questions, so I had to be there. But when I got there, there was a line, and they weren't going in at all. So I thought, okay, maybe I could wait for. Sorry about my dogs. If you can hear them, I don't know if you could, but I could. I waited for an hour, so 3:30, and I couldn't stay any longer because it takes me an hour to get back home and then to take a shower and then to go to school. So at 3:30, I mean, the line was moving when I was there, but it was moving really, really slow. For like every 30 minutes, I moved a little. Because the place that they held the meetup was really small. So they had to let in people little by little, and they had to wait for people to get out in order to put more people in. And so I had to leave my gift with my friend Tish. Was really nice enough to hand in my gift. So I was really happy for that, and thanks to her. BAP definitely got my gift. So I don't know if they're gonna use it or not, but just happy that they got it, and hopefully that they like it. I was bummed that I couldn't be at the meetup to actually show you guys what they had, but I know that they had like a dancing competition, they had a trivia part, they also did singing competition. I think there was a dancing competition if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And I'm sure they had other things, and also official fan clubs were there as well. And also the fan meet was basically, people were there, I think, for the main reason was to be able to attend the high touch event with BAP. So for the high touch event, it was basically you get to high five the members and you get to meet them. So I actually wanted to give it a try to see if I could, and maybe if I did win, I would go to the event and have probably my friend ask my friend for like the notes or something like that. But because education is really important to me, I, lucked out on that one. I was actually just upset that they took that long for people to go in. Hopefully next time I'll probably be there earlier if they do something like this again. Just so I could go in, leave the gift, show you guys what it looks like, and then just go. Because I had no idea. I thought normally, 2 o'clock it starts, you just go in. But apparently no, there's always these little situations that happened. But yeah. So on the day of the concert, it was May 17. I still remember it, May 17, and the doors were supposed to open at 6:30, and then the concert was supposed to start at 7. So because I had $40 tickets, which are seating, I didn't really wanted to get there really, really early, because there was no point of me standing for 12 hours for a concert that I have seats for. Oh, that whole day I was actually really relaxed. Did my nails and everything. So before going to the concert, I actually went to the Madison Square Eats. If you didn't know, it actually ended already. It ended at the 30th of May. It was that whole month if you haven't gone. And I got a lobster roll. Lobster rolls. I love seafood, so I had to try, and it was pretty good. It was but for the price of it, I would say it was a bit expensive, but it was still really good. Um, so I actually sat, because it was near Madison Square Park. I sat at Madison Square Park for about an hour before heading to Best Buy Theater, which was where the concert was being held. And I got there at around 4:30, 4:44, yeah, around 4:30. And I met up with a friend because I had to give her something. And because she had standing, that she was able to get a BAP banner for me, and I was really happy that she actually got one for me. I didn't know that she would, and I'm so happy she did. So thank you, Tish, for it. And let me show you the banner. So this is the banner, and I believe this is the banner that a lot of the BAP fans take. Ooh. So it says, it's BAP, 항상 응원할게요. I didn't actually get a time to like hold this because I had too much things going on my hand. I had the light stick in one hand and the camera on the other hand. So I didn't get to hold this up, but I was happy that she got me one. So thank you, Tish, again for it. So I got there around 4:30. I met up with her, and then I didn't actually got online until almost 5 o'clock. And I have to tell you, the line was very, very long. Very long. So you had the venue. So yeah, the venue. Let me draw it for you. Let me see if I can draw it for you, so that you guys see. And I'm not really sure how far it went, but I kind of have an idea. So let's see. So let's say this is the venue. And sorry for my suckish drawing. So this is the venue. There was actually a line in here. These are the early entry people that paid, I think, either $113 or $115, and they get to go in at around, I believe, 5:30. So an hour earlier than the regular tickets. And then here there was a newsstand. If I can draw it out. Here is the newsstand. Okay. And then the line started from where the newsstand was, and it went here. And then this part they had to leave open because it was this is where people were crossing the streets and everything. And the line continued to go here, and it went all the way down that whole street until it ended. And then I believe it started here as well, most likely. And then I don't know where this, if it continued down back to the street here or somewhere else, because there was a juniors here, somewhere around here, and then there was also a line here. You can see there was also a line here. So I was around, I would have to say it's actually a bit longer than it is. I kind of drew this kind of big. Okay, so I would say I was probably around, if this is juniors, I would probably be around like here, and then the line would actually be even longer. The line would actually be even like towards out there. Okay, because I drew juniors a bit too big. Okay, so yeah, it was a really long line, and I actually didn't get a chance to film the line. I actually wanted to, but I guess I was just too excited to get online that I totally forgot. And so I didn't film it for you guys. But I do have a fellow YouTuber, Mr. Popo TV, who actually did film a bit of the line, and you could see his video here. So click on it and you will be able to see how long the line is. It was really, really long. So at around, the doors were supposed to open at 6:30. So at around, I think around almost 7, that our line started to like move, like continue to move. And so on the way that we were passing juniors, there was actually a guy online during like I told you that there was a line here. There was a line here, right? A guy was standing on this line, and I just so happened to like stop. Our line stopped at that time, and he was asking the security guards, like, how long is it going to take for him to get in? Like, he was actually there to eat at juniors, and he thought that line was for juniors. And it wasn't until he was told that it was for a concert, and he was like, he literally got like really mad because he basically waited there for like 2 hours. So I felt really sorry for him. Like, normally I think you would like ask the line, people online, like what they were waiting for. But yeah, that was a bit, for 2 hours to eat at juniors. There was a lot of people at juniors. So yeah, if you haven't gone to juniors on in Times Square, you should. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Okay, so I got near the venue where the early entry people were standing before. Got there around almost 7. Almost 7. And we had to do a bag check. They always do a bag check at concerts. And so I was actually really mad about the bag check. Like, happy and mad, because Verizon specifically told us that no cameras were allowed. And so the other places like LA, San Francisco, and DC, they had really, really strict policy about the camera thing. So if they saw you with the camera, they'll confiscate it. That wasn't the case for New York, like, at all. Because when I opened my bag, even though they said there was no cameras, I took my camera, like the regular camera, not the camera that I film my videos with, but like a regular camera, just, in case. And so when I opened my bag for them to check, because they're like, open your bag so we could check, the guy literally like glanced at it for like 1 second. Like, I opened it and he was like, okay, and then like, you could go. I was like, ugh. Like, I could have brought my much better camera to get like a closer view and a better view of BAP so that it wouldn't be so blurry. But yeah, so that I was really upset with that. I mean, I was just like, oh, I could have brought my camera for it. And I think it was because I had a really small bag as well. I had a shoulder bag, and it wasn't really big as well. So he didn't give much attention to it. So when we got in, we went down the elevator to where the venue is, and I gave my ticket and my sister's ticket to the guy, and then I heard music playing already. So I asked him, oh, did the concert start already? But then he was like, oh, it was just the opening act. So I was like, it was funny though. It was just the opening act. Like, you don't have to worry about that. Like, you're not here to see them anyways. So we went in, and then we were taken to our seats, and I have to say the seats were really, really comfortable. And the place itself, the venue itself, it's not really big. Like, compared to JYJ's concert and SM concert, which was like much bigger venue, it was really, really small. So with the naked eye, you could really see them really well. But with the camera, when you film, it actually made it look like you were so much further from the stage. It always does, but when like in like reality, it's actually closer than it is. So I don't get why cameras do that, but anyways. So there were 2 opening acts. The first opening act was by New Heights, and you could check out their channel for their music if you want to. When we got in there, we were only able to hear like about 30 seconds of their song, and then they ended. And then the next person that came up on stage was Joseph Vincent, which you could like hear for his channel, and he was really funny. He made like everyone laugh and everything. He was really fun, and he had a little mishap like with the microphone, so he had to do like a take 2. But it was nice. I really liked his song that he sang. It was really cute, like for those for like anti-Valentine Day songs. And then the MC came on. So Paul Kim was our MC. I think he was the MC for all 4 stops, I believe. Yeah. So he asked the fans in the front area to actually step back because everyone in the front, from what I heard, they were all being squished to like the stage, so it was hard for them to like breathe. They were pretty much suffocating. It was really hot because with the lights and everything, it was definitely really hot. So they had to like the staffs, spray water on them every like I have to say 10 minutes or so maybe. And from what I heard, the people in the front had a really like scary experience where people were pushing and shoving and kicking and scratching and all of those. And then like I think 2 girls probably almost fainted and had to be pulled aside and everything like that. So it was crazy. It was crazy. But it was definitely the most crazy part, I think, is the very front of the section, the standing section. Because I read somewhere a girl who was in the front section, but because she was being pushed and she couldn't take it anymore, that she stepped back a little. And towards the back, she was like, oh, this place, like, everyone was so nice. Everyone had, like, their own personal space. No one was, shoving or anything like that. So I actually think it depends on the place that you're standing. So, like, for the people who were, like, really in front of the stage were probably being squished in. And I know how that felt. Because I've been there. For my very first K-pop concert experience. And it was not comfortable. So he asked the fans to step back, and once they did, he asked them like what time did it get here. Some of them, I think the latest was probably said like 5 hours or something. Like the most earliest was someone that said that they actually stayed overnight, and I was just like, oh, you guys are so dedicated. I could never stay overnight for any concert. Like to stay overnight, you know how cold it is outside? Even though it was pretty warm season now, but during that day, I believe it was pretty cold. Especially at nighttime. It's always cold during my nighttime. So I applaud those people who stayed overnight. And so BAP came out with before that they did, of course, there's always like an intro video. And then BAP came. The very first song they performed was Warrior, their debut song. And then like other songs afterward. My favorite part of the concert would have to be the introduction part. I love the introduction part. They spoke to us in 99% English, because there were times where they speak in Korean, but most of the time they were speaking to us in English. So I was really impressed with their English. Their English is really good. And I have to say that Youngjae's English is really good. I didn't know that he could speak English that well, but the other members, their English were really well as well, so I was really impressed with that. So during the introduction, they were pretty much being scanned because they were aliens that came to Earth. So they were being scanned, and it tells you like their name, the name of their money, and their height, their age, and their weight, and then different characteristics around them. And I thought it was I thought it was cute, the way that they're doing the introductions. And so for each person, they actually picked out one characteristic. So for Jungkook, who is the leader and the first one to go, he got picked out for being a big sports fan. And so Yeonjae actually asked him to name someone from the major league, and he did. And he asked us all, is there any Yankee fans? And there were mixed responses. There was like yes, and others were no. And then he asked, well, is there any BAP fans? And everyone just went like yeah, which I did. So you could probably see that in the video. And so he named, I don't know who he named, because I'm not like a big sports fan, so I didn't know, but he named someone. And that was it. And then the next up was Himchan. Himchan got picked out for being able to mimic Jungkook. So he showed us a little of his Jungkook imitation. And then after that, you have Daehyun. Daehyun went up, And Jungkook actually picked out that, oh, he's really handsome, right? He's like the Korean of Brad Pitt. And he was like, no! Daehyun was like, no! It was really cute. And then they picked out another characteristic, which was singing, that he could sing really well. And so he gave us a little singing session of the DJ got us falling in love again. And then after that, you have Yeonjae. Yeonjae got picked out for being often moody. So he had to show him being happy and then him being mad, which you will be able to see in the video. And I thought it was adorable, the way he was expressing these two different emotions. And then up next was Jung-up. And in the beginning, actually, they wanted him to do his little dancing, but everyone in the crowds were shouting six-pack. So in the end, we got to see his six-pack. And then for Zella, or Jello, as they like to call it, he got picked out for his LTE rap. So he showed a little bit of the LTE rap that he did in Warrior. And I have to say, he's a really great rapper. I have never seen anyone rap that fast. So Jello is like the best rapper out there. So the introduction video I uploaded, and it's actually unlisted. So with the link, you guys should be able to see it. So it should be here. You guys should be able to see it over here. Then afterwards, they did different special stages, and the first one was with Yeonjae and Daehyun, and they sing I Believe I Can Fly, which sounded amazing. There were a little bit of mishaps, like going off key or anything. Like I was able to hear it. I don't know if other people were able to like pick it out, but there was definitely a little bit of mishap when singing that song. And then up next you had Jung-up and Zello. They did Teach Me How to Doogie. I don't know how to say that word. Is it Doogie or Dougie? But they did that, so they did their like little dance and everything, like a little mini dance battle kind of thing. And then they did Never Give Up, which was a song actually originally with Jungkook and Zello, but this time is with Jung-up and Zello, which I love the outfit for, I have to say, with their school uniform. I love it. I love guys when they're wearing like those school uniforms. And then up next you have Jungkook with his solo DJ performance, which I thought was really cool. And then there was also afterwards it was with Jungkook and Himchun, which they did Sexy Clap. So those were the special stages that they did. They also did one other special stage, which was all of them singing My First Kiss. I never even thought of that they would actually sing that song, even though the set list was already posted by people that went to the LA and DC and San Francisco, but I never really paid much attention to that. So it like caught me a little when they did it, but it was cute. And then afterwards, their last song, Goodbye, and then we did like encore, and then they came back out, and then they did I think four or five songs for their encore, and then that's when it all ended. I have to say it was one of the best concerts. I think I've already said that in the beginning of this video. It was really hype. I was really like cheering a lot. So for the performances, I actually did like a little video for it, the footages. It's not the full footages, but some of them. So you can see it here. I didn't film all the performance. I only filmed some of them, so there's only some in there. But you'll be able to see performances from Power, Warrior, No Mercy, My First Kiss, a little bit of the introductions, and I Believe I Can Fly as well. Yeah, but I do have a fellow YouTuber who were much closer to the stage, that she filmed all the performances. It's not front, like it's not she didn't film it in the middle. Like she wasn't sitting, her position wasn't in the middle like of this concert. Like she's more to the side, so it's kind of to the side, but it's still really, really clear, and you won't hear a lot of fans screaming like my video, there was like plenty of screaming, and I have to apologize for my video that it's like really shaky because it's hard to keep a steady hand while shaking your, light stick and everything. So her video, you could check it out. Here you can see her channel and all the videos that she posted it up over here. I would try to pronounce her YouTube like account, but I can't. I think it's, how do you pronounce it? Ariel, 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 Ariel. Is that how you pronounce it? Ariel? I think so. So check out her channel and you'll be able to see the different performances that she filmed, which were really, really well filmed. So definitely check it out. So during the concert, there were definitely some funny things that happened. So the very first thing is my outfit. My outfit, you could see here. I took a picture of it. I had sequins on my shirt. So they had the light. A lot of the times their light was facing directly towards our section. So the light reflects on the sequins that I had on my shirt, and it was like totally reflecting everywhere. So I was kind of like a standing disco ball during the concert. Like I could see little like reflections on like the people in front of me. It was funny. I was like literally like glowing during that concert, so I thought it was really funny. I showed it to my sister and I just couldn't, the both of us couldn't stop laughing, because whenever I wear that shirt, especially now during the summer where there's so much sun, my shirt reflects and like glowing. So I thought it was really funny. There was one part during the concert where BAP had to get off stage to like probably change their clothes, and so they had to show different video for it. So they showed us a video that was a bit sad. So everyone, when it started, it was like everyone was like, "Aw," and then the girl behind me, she was like, "Don't show me this. Why are you showing me this?" It was hilarious. Me and my sister were laughing. It was hilarious because everyone was quiet. Everyone was like, "Aw," and then she was like really loud right behind us, like, "Don't show us this. Why are you showing me this?" And then yeah, so that was really like hilarious. Like that got us laughing so much. So when the concert ended, the securities had us like leave immediately. Like they were saying, "Don't stand over there, don't stay over there." So they were actually giving out free posters, and because me and my sister actually left quite early, that we didn't get one. So we were kind of mad about that. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I left, I don't know for the ones that probably left, there was actually a really like smoke, like burnt smell to it, and me and my sister kind of panicked. So me and my sister ran out of the venue because we were afraid that it was gonna explode or something. Because like literally they had like this really burnt smell, and then like it was foggy as well. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was just like too hot or something like that. But it was really, really hot during the concert, because even though we were sitting in the back and the seats were really comfortable, we were standing because everyone else was standing like in front of us, and we couldn't see the stage unless we stand. So even though we bought seat tickets, we were pretty much standing the whole time. But of course, when we got tired, we would sit down once in a while. So it was really, 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 really hot because we were sweating. And then it wasn't until we got out of the venue that I felt like I was able to like breathe again. So imagine for us, the people that were standing had plenty of air, plenty of space, and it was hot already. Like imagine for the people that were standing and all squished in and had like totally no personal space at all, probably were dying, like totally. And that's why some of them fainted and they had to spray water. So all overall, the concert was really, really fun. It was fun. It was one of the funnest concerts I have ever went to. The experience was great as well. I mean, the security, they weren't as bad as everyone said they were. I know other people were saying how bad they were for, I don't know for what reasons, but I thought it was okay. The security weren't like mean or anything to us. Well, to me and my sister, I have to say. So we had a really good experience. So experience-wise, definitely 2 thumbs up. And then the concerts, definitely 2 thumbs up. Like other things like the ticket problem and the light stick problem, that got me a little upset about, but I'm not gonna let that get in the way of my experience of BAP. So that is my experience um, of the concert and that whole BAP situation and everything like that. So videos, I would I will upload, and I am sorry for the really bad quality of it, because our cameras, the regular cameras that we have, don't quite have like this, don't have high def qualities to it, so the videos aren't clear. And sorry for the shakiness, because to have camera in one hand and then light stick in the other, and then to like shake and also have a fun time, it's kind of hard. Next time, I'll see what I can do next time for like one of the other concerts and see how I can actually steady the camera better. And hopefully I'll be able to bring my better camera than the one that I brought for the BAP concert. As for the pictures for the concert, you can see it. I'll link it below because I only posted it on my own personal Facebook, so I'll see what I can do about that. If not, I will most likely post it on Channel KK's page for you guys to see the pictures. And of course, they aren't really perfect and clear because of the camera problems. Videos, I would also link it down for the performance, like for the whole performance. But also remember to check out the footage that I uploaded as well for that.